A lot of people who recognize the name Alice Cooper have no idea that he's a Christian. Tell us how and when you came to the faith.
You know, I'm the prodigal son, for one thing. I'm the perfect example of the prodigal son. My dad was a pastor. My grandfather was an evangelist. Actually, both my dad and my grandfather were evangelists. And my wife's father is a Baptist pastor. So I grew up in the church, and all of my friends were church kids. I had so much fun. I mean, I was in church on Sunday, Wednesday night, Friday nights. I mean, all my social life was based around kids in the church. And that was great. And it got to high school, and all of a sudden, the Beatles came out. And I went, oh, well, that's kind of, you know, and I was a natural mimic anyways. So I watched the Beatles, and I said, well, that would be fun to do. Being in a hit band with hit records and is getting as big as we got is like winning the lottery about 3 times. It just doesn't happen. You know, we were definitely the underdogs in the whole thing, and we kept going, well, we're never going to make it. This is fun, you know, to do this, and then we'll go get real jobs. And we kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden, there we were. You know, and then on top of it, being creative, I looked around and I went, there's no villains in rock and roll. Why not create rock's ultimate villain? You know, and still, without thinking, well, how would that bother? That wouldn't affect my faith at all. You know, the Bible's full of villains. You know, I'll be this villain. And I gave Alice his perimeter, you know, his areas where he wouldn't go past. And I still find songs that from the first albums that are totally got Christian, all kinds of Christian bywords going all the way through it, yeah. You know, because it comes out of you what's in you. Yeah, yeah. So songs like Second Coming and things like that were all pretty much always warning about Satan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really the core kind of message that's in the music, isn't it?
It always has been.
Yeah.
And the weird thing was, even though my image was the most scary, I terrified TBS, I think. Yeah. Because of, first of all, they never heard my songs. I guarantee you. Mm-hmm. They never actually listened to my songs. Because almost everything I wrote was good and evil. Mm-hmm. Don't pick evil. Yeah. You know, even when I wasn't Christian, I was saying that. You know, God and the devil. Don't pick the devil. It's a bad idea. You know. But, you know, all they saw was the image. All they saw was, and that was okay.